Let's bring in Alec, host of First Class Fatherhood podcast. See, I got podcasts too, Alex. Very excited. We could podcast together or something. And Batya Ungar-Sargon, journalist and author of Second Class, How the Elites Betrayed America's Working Men and Women. It is out today. Picture of it right on the full screen. Thank you very much. Before we get to the elites and other things, let's play the promised Robert F. Kennedy quote about Joe Biden and democracy. I believe it's coming now.
President Biden has done something that no other president in history has done, which is to order media, particularly the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google, to censor his political opponents. If you have a president who can censor his political opponents, right, he is the license for any kind of atrocity. That is a genuine threat to our democracy.
Batya, he's talking about censorship, clear and simple, and he regards Biden as a bigger threat than Trump. What you make of that?
Well, he started out by saying that on CNN, which I think was incredibly powerful because that's not the kind of messaging that the CNN audience usually gets. And so it was very powerful for him to go into that liberal audience and tell them the way that the other half of Americans see this obsession with democracy and who is the real threat to it.
Well, Alex, it's an interesting thing for Kennedy to say. It runs directly against Joe Biden, and the Democratic Party establishment is in a tizzy that Kennedy chose this left-wing woman because they think that's aiming at Biden, too. Do you think Kennedy wants Biden to lose and Trump to win? Seriously.
Well, first off, Larry, I think it was an honest thing for RFK Jr. to say because we all see that. And yes, I do think he wants Biden out of there. I do believe that in my heart. And then, you know what? 20 years ago, RFK Jr. would be the Democrat. He would be the person running for office right now. He'd be their nominee. But he lines up more with the Democrat vision of the future for the country, not with the MAGA Republicans. So I don't understand anywhere. I think CNN, obviously, if everybody that watched that segment on CNN voted for Biden, he'd lose maybe 10 voters, you know. So I think RFK Jr. is definitely going to pull votes away from Biden. I think that is the ultimate goal.
Batya, you don't like those elites, do you? You've just written a book about how the elites have let us down, how the elites betrayed America's working men and women. Without disagreeing with one iota about that, I was just curious. What made you write this book?
It is my view that we are constantly told that this country has never been more polarized since the Civil War, and that is a fiction. I believe, based on research and polling, and the year I just spent traveling around America, interviewing working-class Americans, that much more unites us than divides us as Americans, and that polarization is a totally elite phenomenon. The elites make money and get power off of telling us to hate our fellow Americans, convincing of this canard, of this lie, when the truth is that most Americans are very united. They love their fellow American. They don't believe in hating people over something as silly as who you vote for. And even on politics, there is huge consensus that unites working class liberals and working class conservatives.
Yeah, I riffed on that earlier in the show. Alec, it just seems to me the elites embraced woke, and typical working class families of any color do not. They do not embrace the kind of woke that the elites did, including, the issue of diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is essentially massive affirmative, it runs counter to America's ethos that we are a merit-based society, not affirmative action.
I think also to Batya's point, it's the families, the parents in this country. They don't care about all this stuff. We want to see our kids succeed, be happy, be healthy. We don't want to see them fail. We don't care about all this other stuff. We just want to be able to go to work, raise our families, go on vacation, watch the kids play our sports, and be left alone. But they're jamming this agenda down our throat, and it's waking a lot of parents up. And I think the parents are the underdog in this country, and I think they're the ones that are going to save it ultimately in November.
The working folks would like a raise. They would like, after inflation, wages to go up, as they did under Trump, as they have gone down under Biden. And outside of the cultural issues and away from foreign policy, I think that's a gigantic, gigantic issue. Give me a raise.
100%.
Whoa, you finally, this is the first thing you and I have agreed on. It's fantastic.
Oh, no,
Mark that,
no.
Alex. Somebody make a note, put it on tape.
I agree with everything you say, Larry.
Oh, it's not good either. It's not good. Alec, they want to raise. Give you the last word.
Well, obviously, if you're going to get a raise, the inflation's got to come down. Otherwise, the raise is worthless. I mean, what good is if they give you more money if everything at the store is costing more? And that's what we're seeing under Bidenflation. Bidenomics is crushing the families in this country. And that's ultimately what's going to drive these people to the ballot box and vote him out of office. We know the border is a number one issue, but right up there, almost second with it, is this inflation. It's killing the American family.
All right, Batya Ungar-Sargon, Alec Lace. Put the book up again one more time. We're going to sell this thing. There you go, second class.
Larry.
She does not like the elites. I hope I made the cut.